for each and every Wednesday for coming out and spending time with us and really showing the world that y'all really love WMPR 90.1. We want to thank Miss Wanda Evers and everybody for helping us keep this radio station going. And also, as we begin every show, we always start the show off by saying, let's remember those people who are going through bereavement. You know, bereavement is a very hard thing to deal with, especially in times like this. You know, the Schuler family, you know, Robert passing on was a little rough for me because, you know, we were friends. And it's just amazing that just a couple of days ago, on my Facebook memory came up a picture of me with a Leave My DA Alone t-shirt on from 3 years ago. You know, very few people were standing with him when he was going through his trial and tribulation. And I wish just as many people stood with him then as posted happy things about him when he was going through his fire. And I bring that up not to throw shade on anybody and think and be negative, but to say stand with people when they're going through fire. You ain't just got to sit back and watch them burn up. Stand with folks. If you know they're good folks and you know that they're going through, because you're going to need somebody to stand with you. Because one thing I know about the world coming after you too. They're not just coming after this person, that person. They coming after you too. So stand with folks. Let them know that you love them. Let them know you care about them. And it's just amazing when that court case happened there, that he was up on some charges in Rankin County. And an all-white jury in Rankin County found him innocent. To make some folks that should have been standing with him believe that he was innocent. So I just said I brought it up to say, stand with folks, send your hearts and prayers off to Brother Robert Schuler Smith's whole family. And all the other families who are going through bereavement. I mean, you know, from COVID right now and all this other stuff going on, there's so many people going through bereavement right now and in hospital situations and things like that. And just stand with folks. Let them know you care about them so that when it's your time, you can have a friend. I'm going to turn next to our sponsors. Our sponsors for today's show is always Mr. Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan Transportation Service. He is the baddest man walking when it comes to moving people around. He got a great transportation service. If you need quality transportation care for your senior citizens or developmentally challenged folks all over the state of Mississippi, you can go to www.mjstransportation1.com for your transportation needs. Also, the National Wildlife Federation. The National Wildlife Federation has been around for a long time, looking at how we can conserve our community and save our planet for the years to come. And today, we got a special guest in the studio today. Now, she's been to 90.1 before, but her sister and her father have been here more than her. And we're going to change that because she's a beautiful young lady, very vibrant, and she needs to be the face of the operation as well, too. So Pastor Jimmy Edwards has a beautiful family, and his daughter's here to talk about what they have going on over at Rosemont Church at 3930 Officer Thomas Catchin Senior Drive. I see you got, and it's going to be on September the 18th. Tell us what you got going on there.
Okay, so this Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m., we are trying to rally the community to come together for health and wellness, as well as educating them about the vaccine. We're going to have guests that are going to sit on a panel, and they're going to talk about the vaccine, allow people to ask questions, and also give their information about, the benefits of being vaccinated versus not vaccinated, and give people opportunity to sign up to be vaccinated. At our church, we're going to have a drive on the 9th of October. And so that's how we're going to kick it off, getting it started. And then we're going to have some health and wellness individuals come talk to our children and about mental health and how they can stay well during this pandemic and how they can stay mentally well while all these things are going on in home, outside of home. And give them some tips and things that they can do to help cope with everything that's going on around them so they won't be afraid. And we're going to have them be empowered by one of our own, Micheal Williams. She'll be there and her organization, Love Outreach,
Mhm.
and my organization, Changemaker Society, as well as I'm the youth department director at our church.
Mhm.
And so we'll pump the youth up. We got a lady coming, Miss Tiffany. She's a Mississippi's own gospel rapper.
Actress and everything.
Yes, author. She is, and she's so excited. She's gonna come get them crunk and gonna do some musical selections for us. And then we're gonna just motivate them and motivate our children so they can know that they're not alone and they don't have to be afraid about what's going on. And on top of that, we have free food. We have some giveaways from some Black people in the community that we want to partner with. And Oak Health, right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to be there sitting on the panel, as well as we're going to have a 20-foot slide for the children to enjoy, some games and some giveaways, along with free clothing. And we have a clothing ministry at our church.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want people to come out that maybe just need some things. And so there'll be gently worn shoes and clothes they can come and grab, and for nothing, just so we can bless the community and just bring them back and getting ready to kick off our fall revival coming up. So we want to just rally the community.
Now, Rosemont, I won't say Rosemont is my favorite because I got so many ministries that we work with all across the state.
Okay.
But Rosemont is near and dear to my heart because first, I went to school with your sister.
Okay.
And then, but Pastor Evans.
Yes.
That brother out there is one of the hardest working pastors that I know.
Yes, he is the president of the Ministerial Alliance, and he is really about us bringing this community of a body of people together in the kingdom, all the churches in the surrounding areas, just trying to bring our city back to a place of wholeness.
What they've done over there, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, Lake Elementary School was an F school when I got on the city council. And Pastor Edwards, myself, and the principal, and we all started working with folks in the community, but mainly Pastor Edwards in the Rosemont community.
Yeah, she really
right. And they were the driving force. I can't take credit for it myself. I was just part of the facilitating, getting folks together.
Yes.
But it took good folks in the neighborhood to go to that neighborhood. Now you got a neighborhood where 60% of the adults don't even have a high school diploma. But in 18 months, they moved that school from an F to an A.
Yes.
With no government grants, no.
Just coming together.
Just folks coming together and say, you know what? These children are gonna succeed.
Yes.
Crime rate went down. Now we still got a few issues that come up from time to time.
Right.
But it's nowhere near where it was. We're on a trajectory to be better.
Yeah.
Right in the bottom.
Right in the bottom.
Well, they call it the bottom because it's a little low-lying area over there, but it's good top shelf folks over there.
That's right.
Hard-working, good folks, planted gardens, and they got so much food growing over there now that not only do they feed the community, they give it away.
That's right. Every day, at least 5 days a week, we give away food boxes. Yes, we do. And then on that Saturday, Working Together Jackson is going to set up a table and help rental assistance, rental and utility assistance. They're going to be able to sign people up on that day as well. So
Rosemont always has things going on. And I say this openly. If your church ain't working, go join someone who is working.
That's right. Come on over.
God puts you here to work. Not just to watch Steve Harvey every night, not just to watch TV and be on Facebook. We are here to work.
That's right. Make our community better.
Get involved with you in working ministry and watch God work in your life.
That's right.
I'm just saying that. It worked for me. Right? It worked for me.
It worked for me.
So they're a family-based ministry.
We are.
You got, parents, children, and the neighborhood, and great community activities going on all the time. Not just this activity.
Yes.
They continually have great things going on.
We'll talk about that on that day as well. We will broadcast some of the things. DeKeither is doing, putting on something for men at the end of the month. It's like a mentorship type thing, but it's going to be like a banquet just for men of the community, and everybody bring a man. And so that's gonna happen at the end of October. So we want the community definitely to be a part of that. So maybe we'll come back and talk about that as well.
Anytime. And you also touched on mental health.
Yeah.
Let me just say something, ladies and gentlemen. After going through the last 2 years on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
we all a little messed up. I'm just being honest.
They said it on Dr. Phil, we've been through trauma.
The last 2 years, if you were on the planet Earth, you done been through something.
Mm-hmm.
On top of just dealing with life anyway.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody.
Nothing wrong.
Now, you don't have to go to somebody with a white coat on.
That's right. That's right.
Because there is no problem I've ever encountered that my village hadn't helped me heal through.
Yeah.
See, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
You know, when I retired from the military, we all bought houses in the neighborhood I grew up in. Now, our house didn't cost a whole lot of money. You know, we all spent just little money right here in Jackson, right here in South Jackson.
Right.
9 of my family members, including my dad, live in one little neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our houses may not be valuable, but our village is priceless.
Mm-hmm.
I got my dad, my mom, my sister, myself, my wife, my aunt, 4 of my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
We all live right there in a little circle.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Rebuild your village.
That's right.
Because it not only takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to keep an adult sane.
Yeah. You need people.
And if you don't have a village in your neighborhood, I'm encouraging you to connect with folks like over at Rosemont Church.
That's right.
Your village don't have to be in your neighborhood.
That's right.
You can go here to church and have your church family and they live in different places.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have a network of folks in your circle.
That's right.
That are positive, that are be willing to help you in different situations,
Mm-hmm.
that you will be willing to help in different situations.
Right.
So the message I wanted to take from this is to rebuild your village.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to put your phone down.
Yeah.
It's okay. Because last time I checked, now I'm not a preacher, but the devil's about distraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you this daggone thing right here is the most distracting thing in the world. That's why I got an apple with a bite out of it.
Right. Oh, wow. I ain't never thought of it like that.
What they say about an apple with a bite out of it in the Bible?
Well, that's the kid's picture, but definitely was one of the first sins.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is put your phone down, participate in some of these things that are going on in the community. Mm-hmm. And now tell us a little bit of the history of Rosemont Church.
Well, we've been there. Oh my God, this is going on our anniversary now. At that location, almost. Oh my God, I'm going on 40. I've been there since I was 12. So
right,
yeah,
right. Long
time. And so when we came to that community, we came in. Pastor Horton was the actual pastor at that church, and in that community, they were actually transitioning out. And we came from the dish. That's what they call it. So we moved from Silas Brown. Over here to Thomas Ketchum, which was South Drive when we first got there. And we've been there now, working throughout that community, just trying to make sure the people know that we're there to help. And we've done so many great things, like you said, the garden. We've done that, and we had church outside during the pandemic last year, and so we were able to be actually right down here on Robinson Road, not far from it, and to really just allow the community to know that we're here. And we're here to stay. We've been here, and we're helping to rebuild the community as well as the city of Jackson. We love the people, and so when we came in there, I don't know how well or how close the other church was, but since we've been there, we've been able to just love on them, have community meetings. I mean, they have come out so well to be a part. We have quite a few members that are from the community. So, like I said, we've been there a while, and we're here to stay. And so we love the community, and we love to see people do better and become better.
And one thing I also like about Rosemont is that not only do they address the spiritual needs. They address the physical needs people have. And one of the biggest needs we have in our community is housing.
Oh, yeah.
And they've gotten people together to put their money together, buy houses.
Yes.
I think you're up to what, about 30-some houses y'all done bought?
Right, and we're looking to actually build 10 from the ground up this coming up year. That's one of the.
So you got a church that goes to a neighborhood. Hold on. We got a church family that goes to a neighborhood. They helped to change a school from an F to A. They got their members together, bought properties, rehabbed them, and got people living in them.
Yeah.
They built a park.
Yeah.
With a walking trail right along the creek. It's beautiful.
Right.
Relaxing. They built a whole farm.
Yeah.
I mean, a full farm. Tractors and everything. High tunnels and raised beds everywhere.
Yeah.
They got a pavilion out there with another park. And they've done cleanup after cleanup after cleanup. They've done so many cleanups. Y'all actually had a world record for cleanups.
Yeah. We love to make sure it's our Mississippi too.
That's right. And so these things can be done. Not sitting here waiting on somebody else. Not sitting here waiting on white folks.
All right.
That's one thing I love about Pastor Edwards. He's a black man. He say, I ain't waiting on nobody. I ain't waiting on God or white folks to come help me. I'm gonna start helping myself.
That's right.
And then God and white folks show up.
That's right. You sure right.
And all kind of folks show up.
You sure right.
All kind of folks show up.
Yeah, there's no respect of race.
That's right.
We all gonna make it to heaven together. We gotta be able to get along on earth.
That's right. So I just want to say hats off to what y'all got going on and what y'all have been doing for 28 years now in this community.
Yes.
But what Pastor Edwards been doing for a long time. I was even campaigning a few years ago, and my mother's side of the family from Copiah County.
Right.
And I go down to the Ministerial Alliance meeting.
He was there.
And there go Pastor Edwards down in Copiah County Ministerial Alliance.
Oh yeah, he's in there.
I said, Pastor, what you doing down here?
He a part of
and he said, I'm a part of this one too.
Yeah.
And not just a member.
Oh no. Yeah.
He's a working member.
Oh yeah.
Active member.
And most of them say, if you get around here, you don't want to work. You might want to leave because he's gonna make you work.
And one funny story, he came and showed me one day. He said, you got to come see my tomato plant.
Oh yeah.
He had, ladies and gentlemen, he had the world's largest tomato plant I've ever seen in my life. That one he got in that shed.
Oh yeah.
I said, good, the whole thing with one plant. But that thing probably had 200 blossoms on it. It was huge.
Yeah.
So if you're over that way,
rich soil.
If you go over that way, off Thomas Catching Drive, swing by. If you're not over that way, go by and take your notebook. If you're a pastor that's trying to figure out how to work.
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks, they can teach. A lot of folks can hoop. A lot of folks can holler, all that.
All right.
But working, the actual working of turning a school from an F to an A, changing the community around, giving people hope, delivering resources, building houses, all dead smack dab in the middle of the city of Jackson.
Look, it ain't even over.
It ain't over. They just getting started.
Look, it ain't over.
They not around here beating themselves. The reason I'm bringing this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to celebrate them. They don't celebrate themselves. They just work.
Look, we just thank God we have He's blessed us to be able to do such in good health. My dad is 72 years old and he looks good and he's kicking strong. He can go longer than me, and I'm 40. So I just thank God he's in good health, and we just want to take the vision he has and run with it. And so, like you were saying about hope, that's one of the projects we're working with now, with building houses and putting a roof on the old Kroger building up here, a roof on our gym, so that we're able to do more in the community, especially the school entrepreneurship school that he's trying to build and put inside of this the Kroger building, so that we can better help our community of young men, especially, but the community as a whole, so that they can have education, be able to work for themselves, So yeah, we got a future of things that we're doing, and it's gonna be much bigger and greater. But we do need the community's help. We do need people to.
So if folks want to help you, how do they do it?
Oh, they can actually come. Just they can call the number of the church, Rosemont Missionary Baptist Church, and it's 601-355-3121. And you can ask Sister Brenda Carpenter. That's our secretary, and she's along with me helping to get this event going, which is our fall extravaganza. But when you call her, you just tell her what you want to be a help. And so actually on this Saturday, we're giving out community hours for anybody who wants to come help. We're starting at 12 setting up. Mm-hmm. And so if anybody want to get some community hours on that day, she'll have certificates written so that you can be able to take back to your school or wherever you need to take it.
All right, hold on a second. So all of our seniors at high school and college who sometimes call my office asking for community service hours, this is a perfect way to get those community service hours, because I do know at Jackson State, you can't graduate unless you have a certain number of community service hours, no matter how many A's and B's you have.
Yes.
Unless you have those community service hours as documented by a credible institution.
Yes.
Not something you did on Photoshop.
Rosemont Human Resources, we will give you a certificate on that day if you come out for do community service hours. And that's 2 to 6. So come on at 12 and you'll have quite a bit as long as you stay.
Okay. So now give the service hours of the actual your event, but then also the church.
Okay, so we the event is this Saturday, September 18th from 2 to 6, but we will be setting up starting at 12 o'clock. So we want to get those community hours, get started. No matter whichever time you come, you get the hours. So we have a sign-up sheet and everything. And so on Sunday, every Sunday at 10:30 is our service time starting. So we're there every Sunday inside. We have cleaned. We have done everything by COVID. We take temps. We wear a mask. The inside, if you can see it, is social distance. It's roped off. Everything is safe. And we hadn't had anybody, thank God, that has gotten COVID from our church. Hold on for a second. Nobody's died. Hold on.
So now you got what I consider one of the most hardest working churches in the state. You have your distancing, you have your protocol. Now, I'm in the legislature. We've had God knows how many people that come down with COVID. So you haven't had one case. No one that have gotten COVID from our church, and we have not had to bury anybody. So now that also got to go back to healthy eating.
Oh yes.
Diet.
Yes, and
y'all work so much, you got to be exercising.
And a man, a pastor after God's own heart.
That's
praying
right.
for our soul. That's what it got to be.
All of it.
You know, he told us to get the vaccine, and I didn't deny that. You know, I was like, okay, I didn't want it at first, but when I thought about it, I said, Lord, you know, if the man of God is praying for my soul, he said, go get this vaccine. He always been talking to you. I'm going to get it, and I hadn't had any issues. I just thank God, you know, that we went on ahead and got it. That's because it's made such a difference. Because we work with the public, you know, and I think all of us, if we would just do that to slow the spread, you know, we would help out our whole community become well again. And so, but yes, we are definitely inside. We keep it sanitized. We have blue lights. We have all kinds of stuff. The men came together and bought this system that is inside that helps filter out bad things. And so we have done everything we know to do to keep it safe. And so it's safe to come in and be a part of our worship experience every Sunday at 10:30.
Let me catch this call in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your question or comment?
Yeah, you all got a good show going on, but we can't hear what the lady is saying.
You can't hear what you're saying?
Yeah, she's talking too low.
Okay. Just lean your mind down a little bit.
Okay.
Can you hear now? Say something.
I can hear you good.
You can hear me now?
Yes, a lot better.
Okay. Probably because of this mask. We're trying to stay safe.
That's fine. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rosemont Church, pillar of the Jackson and Hinds County and Copiah County community.
Right.
Services are on Sunday at
10:30.
10:30. And then you also have, what else you have going throughout
This
the week?
coming Saturday at 2 to 6 p.m.
Mhm.
We're gonna have a fall extravaganza
Mhm.
where the community can come out and ask questions about the vaccine to health professionals. We have the executive director of UMC, Board of Nurses, Phyllis Johnson, as well as Dr. Copley Phillips, and she's from Jackson Pediatrics. So we have some credible people that you can ask questions, and they're gonna give their reasoning on why they think that people should get vaccinated, and you can get signed up for that as well for our vaccination drive that we're gonna have October the 9th. And so come be a part of that, as well as Miss Tiffany's Christian rapper. She's gonna hype the kids and the community up, and just give her a testimony of hope and how God did what he did for her.
Mhm.
And also we'll have some mental health professionals there. I can't give their names, but they're credible as well, and they're gonna give the children tips on how to stay safe and sane in this pandemic, and some things that they can do so they won't be afraid,
Mhm.
as well as we'll have some spiritual motivation along those lines as well from our church, some of the people there, as well as we'll have a 20-foot slide, free food, and just free
Clothes
fun.
giveaway.
Clothes giveaway, yes,
Mhm.
clothes giveaway. Gently Warm, we have a clothing closet at our church, and so we always gather the clothes from the community that people drop off, and then when maybe 2 or 3 seasons out the year, we take them outside and lay them all out on tables and let people just come get what they need, fill up bags.
Mhm.
We want. It's our job to make sure our community is well. We
Mhm.
don't wait for people to come do that. We do the work, because throughout the week we give away food boxes.
Mhm.
So all you gotta do is call the church and say you need some food, and Miss Brenda Carpenter, she will sign you up and give you an appointment.
And she's so
Come
nice.
there, and you can look like all throughout the week. So no one has an excuse of why they don't have what they need, because it's out there for you. And definitely in this community, you're welcome to come. We are looking forward to having more new people come in, and help us put their hands to the plow and get this work done, because we need workers.
Hey, virtual churches is okay. It's good. It works.
Yeah.
But working church works too.
And we're on Facebook as well.
They do it.
Every Sunday.
They do
We're
it.
on
They do
Facebook.
all that. You can tune in, all that. But good community activities that are safe.
Yeah.
Social distance don't stop you from
It's safe.
serving.
Yeah, that's right.
They got a whole garden out there.
We sure do.
You can show social distance in the pea patch. You can show social distance out there picking tomatoes and different things like that. So it's enough space out there. They got acres upon acres of land and community. So it's definitely enough space to social distance and be safe. And I just thank you for coming by. Thank you. Anytime you want to come by, y'all got an open invitation. Swing on by and tell us what's going on at the church.
Definitely will do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the call-in number is 601-948-5950, 601-948-5950. Get this young lady a call and celebrate her for what her and her family and the whole community over there are doing at Rosemont Church. If you got any questions, you can feel free to give us a call as well.
Yeah, and I want to don't forget to mention the rental and utility assistance sign up that Working Together Jackson will have a table. So, like I said, all the help that you could possibly need, you come on this day and we can get you going in the right direction. So that's our true hope, that we'll have a community collaboration of people that will want to come out and, just feel the love and be blessed.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your question or comment?
Oh, I just want to call in and tell y'all having a really good show, man. I really appreciate our broadcast and information y'all put out. That's all. Keep the good work up, brother.
Hey, I love you, brother. You take care now.
That's right.
All right.
And look, our fall revival is going to be coming up that following week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tell us about the revival. Now, I haven't
September.
been to revival in Rosemont in a few years.
Oh, my.
It has to be 4 years.
Hallelujah, good time. Yes, and then listen, we're going to have Bishop Ronnie Krug. He'll be there, as well as Reverend Edward Cook will be there. And that's September the 20th to the 24th, 7 p.m. nightly. And so you looking to hear a word from the Lord, get your spirits back up,
What time every night?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yeah, just come on out, and you're gonna definitely experience a great time in the Lord. because that's what we come to do. We come to work.
Now, Pastor
praise.
Cook and I went to high school together as well. He went to
Did
Forest
you?
Hill.
Okay, yeah.
He was a
Yeah.
year ahead of me,
Yeah.
2 years ahead of me.
Okay.
And because his father's church is down on Rimmer Road.
He is. Yeah, he's at Clear Creek MB Church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's his church as well. So yeah, he's awesome preacher.
Good
as
brother.
well as Bishop Running Crew, awesome preacher. You can't say you won't get a good word. I mean, you cannot say you won't. You will have a hallelujah good time and you get a good word.
The stuff they have now, Bishop Crew's church is bigger than y'all. But every time I see them together, we're working together, Jackson, and different things. They always got stuff going on. They always got stuff in motion.
They're two of the hardest working men I know.
Right. They always got something going on, something in the pot brewing.
That's why they're good friends.
And but most importantly, good people working with them. When you see a father and their children work with them, that speaks a lot of the father.
Well,
and then you see the children, then now y'all's children working too. So it speaks a lot of you and it's just a way of it flows and grows. And so and
the apples don't fall too far from the tree. So.
Y'all's fall right by the tree, sit their own roots and grow their own trees too.
Yeah. That is exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. We're committed to making the community well again.
So give the hung up.
Okay.
Call back, call you hung up before I was able to answer. Give the contact information of the church website and phone number and all that stuff.
The contact information, Brenda Carpenter, 601-355-3121. She's our church secretary. She will answer that phone and if not, leave a message and she'll give you a call back. rosemontmbchurch@gmail.com is our email address. If you want to come and get community hours, you can call, email, or just come out on that day.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your question or comment?
Yeah, I appreciate the show this evening. I would like to know where I can bring some clothes. My wife is throwing my stuff out. And they're good clothes. I just don't wear them anymore. But they want to donate. They're good clothes.
Please, we always need men clothes. Oh my God. Please come on and bring those out.
Rosemont
MB Church, 3930 Officer Thomas Ketchum Senior Drive. You can bring it on to Rosemont MB Church. Yeah. Any of those, any day through the week, usually someone's there between the morning until at least about 1 or 2. So you can bring it. If not, you can always call this number, 601-355-3121, and we can set up a time where we can let you bring them up there to meet you.
Oh, okay. She said I don't wear them no more. She be trying to throw mine away to make room for her.
You know how that is.
Oh.
But yes, bring them on out.
Not do that.
That will be great to take them and bless somebody in our community with them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, you all got a good show going on. I'd like to ask her, is the vegetables garden, do you all sell those or how do you do that?
The vegetables in the garden. Come call to the church at that number and ask for Pastor Edwards if he's there. Usually what he'll ask you to come help him work in the garden. I'm just playing. He doesn't usually sell his vegetables, but if you want to give him a donation, he'll give them out or whatever. And then if you just want to actually help, then that's to your advantage as well. So you may even want to plant some in a box. We have boxes there, and he's always looking for people to come help work the garden. But if you need some things, you can always call the church and she can give you direction to get to him. 601-355-3121.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady got somewhere to go. She got some work to do. She done spend our time with us. We want to say thank you from everybody here at 90.1 and to Rosemont Church and your whole family. Thank you for what you do. And you're always welcome. Any parting words? I know you got to go. Any parting words you got to share with us?
I just hope that if you are hearing my voice, that you can come be a part of this festival for our community and our kids. This extravaganza is going to be a great time. And if not, tell somebody about it that, that they can come and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And so, and like like you've already said, we are looking for you to come be a part of our fire revival or just any day, any service at Sundays at 10:30. Every Sunday we're there, worshiping the Lord. And so come be a part and help us rebuild the kingdom of God in this community.
Well, God bless you and your whole family. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
I know you got to get all the way to Vicksburg.
Oh, gotta go pick up those children.
Well, thank you very much, dear.
Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, can I keep this right?
Yes, that's
okay.
yours.
That's his number. We got it.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. The Edwards family tree is continuing to grow, and they're continuing to work. Things they got going over there are just flat out amazing. And that just goes to show that we don't have to just watch the news and watch our community erode. We can change things by working together. We can change it. And we've proved it. When I say we proved it, we took a school that was an F, handy, big old stinking F, a school. Everybody talking about fully funded education and all that stuff. We took a school with no new money. The pastor, the public servant, which was myself, and the principal got together. And the church community did 99% of the work, knocking on everybody's door, all the community cleanups. This is what can be done all over. They have a model right there in the middle of Jackson that can be duplicated. I'm just asking that more people put their phone down, stop talking so much, and start working just as much as you talk. We got a bunch of folks to talk. I mean, a bunch of folks. But when it's time to put your hand on the plow, pick up a shovel, clean up, dust some stuff off, those are the folks that need to get the most of your attention. There's a lot of folks out there that get a lot of attention because you got a lot of folks who are performing. They're not working. They're performing. A show. You know, they're just putting on a show. But what we try to do here at Revive Mississippi is give you tangible examples that you can look at and things that you can duplicate. Out of the 8 years we've been here, next month will be 8 years that I've been looking at Handy Face every Wednesday night. 8 years, giving you examples of low-hanging fruit. We won't give you no examples of some big high-level thing that you can't go to your neighborhood and do. So no matter where you are, we got folks listening to the radio show in Chula, Rankin County, Lauderdale County, Jasper County, Copiah County, Lincoln, all over, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, and Arkansas. So while you listen to the radio, you could be doing things in your house, in your community, to make things better, to move us forward. Because I'm not the type of person, I know we're in a rough spot. I know that we're in a tight spot all the way around. But I know that the devil is about distraction. And we got a lot of folks that just watch the news all the time and watch Facebook all the time. We need more folks to pay attention to what's going on in your neighborhoods and your family and your life. Focus on your own economy, how you gonna survive, and not wait for somebody to save you. At this point, we gotta save ourselves. Yeah. At this point, it's SOS handle, save ourselves. Because Martin Luther King ain't coming back to save us. Malcolm X, no, ain't coming back to save us. No, none of those folks. Harriet Tubman gone. Fannie Lou Hamer, Medgar Evers, Charles Evans, they ain't coming back to save us. We gotta save ourselves. So I'm gonna ask everybody to, first step is to go by Rosemont Church, 3930 Officer Thomas Ketchen Senior Drive, Jackson, Mississippi, 39209. Go by this Saturday and just introduce yourself. See what they got going on. And then take it back to your neighborhood. You ain't got to sit there in Utica and let Utica erode and dry up. You can go get to work. You ain't got to sit in Bolton and Edwards, Chula, Vicksburg, and Greenville, and all those places. You can get to work. And when I tell you, it has never failed me. Lord will send you who you need at the right time to move the ball forward. Just when you thought you might need a little more help and you can't go a little further, here goes some help here, some help there. It ain't never failed me. So enough on that. I just got back from Washington, D.C., went to D.C. yesterday. There's a lot going on in Washington, D.C. A lot going on. Infrastructure conversations, talking about all kinds of things. And I have a full report on next week's show about what we got going on the government side. We'll have some folks from state government and hopefully some representatives at the federal level to talk about that legislative stuff. But I had to take a moment today to talk about some community stuff that's going on right in our community that we need to be doing. Because so many times we sit back and talk about what other people can do and what folks not doing and all these other things. But we got to talk about what we're doing, good things that are going on in the community. If you know of a good activity, call in. If you got a lot of times stuff going on in the community and the people don't see it until they see it on the news. Well, when you see it on the news, it's already over with. Folks didn't even know what was happening. So call in and, announce. If you got an announcement to make that your community is doing, call in 601-948-5950 about the good things that you are doing so other people in your neighborhood, we got so much because a lot of folks say we divided. I just think we disconnected. And we got to use tools like 90.1 to reconnect us. So if you know of good things that are going on, good activities, good events that are going on, we got to let each other know. We got to let everybody know what's happening so that people can participate. Because a lot of folks will participate if they knew in a timely manner so that they can plan to participate. I know for me, my schedule tight. So I got to know ahead of time. And so do other folks. They got children and work and other responsibilities going on. But if they know ahead of time, they'll know in time enough to prepare and participate. I want to say thanks to Dennis Ayers and Ms. Karen Porter, Ms. Janet Williams for tuning in, and Mr. Timothy Brown. We appreciate y'all for always being good friends of the show. And my last topic I want to talk about is we as leadership. Come on in, JC. My last topic I want to talk about is we as leadership have to do a better job of giving real world examples. Come on inside. Of giving real world examples about things that are going on. And I got my cousin in here today to give a real life testimony. And when I say testimony, because people can educate you all day long. But sometimes, more times than not, it takes a testimony to make you understand how serious some stuff is. And we got Mr. J.C. Johnson here. Mr. Johnson, how you doing?
It is a good day. Thank you. All things considered.
I'm going to put my mask back on since we're back in the studio together. But Mr. Johnson, tragedy has struck your family deeper than most people will understand. Now, Mr. Johnson, just so y'all don't know, Mr. Johnson hails from Bolton, Mississippi. 13 brothers and sisters. So they got a big family, tight-knit. But when I say God-fearing and God-loving people, I hang out with Mr. Johnson because he's 10 times better than me. And if your friends are not no better than you, you need to hang around. You need to hang around folks who are better than you. He's one of my rocks in my life that keep me stable. But tragedy struck his life. And we wanted him to tell your story about what's going on in your family to encourage other people to be more serious.
Thank you, Brother Stems, for this opportunity to be able to reach out to our community in reference to how serious the sincerity of getting vaccinated, and also how serious it is and the effect that it has upon people who either refuse to get vaccinated or just don't think it's real. Um, it is very, very real. And let me assure you that some phone calls that I have been getting lately, you really do not want them. You really don't. To give you a brief update as to what has taken place, on August the 15th, I got a phone call early in the morning that my niece had passed. Prior to that, her brother was in the hospital for about a week with the effects of coronavirus. What had taken place was that they had been affected by a coronavirus by someone who had been exposed to someone who was exposed and under the conditions of the virus, and they came in contact with my sister. In fact, they came to her house and did not alert them or make them aware that they had been in contact with someone who had coronavirus. As a result of that, my family members were affected thereby, and 3 of them were hospitalized. Well, let me say, one was already in the hospital, Heath, which is my sister's oldest son. And as my sister, her name is Patricia, and her daughter Floretta became ill, they went to the hospital, at which time Floretta died immediately in the emergency room. Floretta died immediately in the emergency room, and they were able to admit my sister. After about, let me see, this was on August the 15th. Now, they continued to fight for their lives. They continued to, and then, in fact, they were getting better, but something went wrong. And they, and my sister ended up having to have surgery. She had a 10% chance of making it through the surgery and a 90% chance of dying if they did the surgery. If they didn't do, it was inevitable that she had 100% chance of not making it unless God intervened. Well, we were thinking that they were getting better. We were believing that they were getting better. In fact, they were. Our nephew Heath had been with us on our family Zoom prayer. We have family Zoom prayer every Saturday morning from about 8:30 to 9:30. And for about the last year. And Heath was on it, waving to us, letting us know that he was okay and to continue to pray for him. Well, within a week's time, he was gone. About 6:30, give or take, that morning, Saturday morning, September the 4th, I get a phone call from my niece Heather informing me that her brother had passed. All right. While I am on the phone with her, within 5 minutes, she received a phone call again, putting me on hold. And it was another hospital because at this time, Heath and his mother were in a different hospital. And at this time, she got a call stating that her mother had passed.
So within a few weeks, she lost her mother, a sister, and a brother.
Yes.
Now, I know there are people who got differences of opinions about vaccinations or not. But what I want to tell folks is that the virus is real, first and foremost. Secondly, govern yourselves accordingly. if you have been exposed to coronavirus, you need to take the appropriate steps to not infect someone else. Also, you need to, only the strong gonna survive. Now I lead by example. Last week I asked folks to lose 10 pounds. And we had several people call in. Mr. Johnson walks with me, to make sure that I stay on track. I try to lead by example. I asked you to lose 10 because I lost 23. So I am asking y'all to lose some weight because underlying conditions make you more, your immune system more vulnerable. Diabetes, heart disease. We went through the whole list last week about the 10 leading causes of death of people, especially Black folks. Heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, high blood pressure, but dropping 10 pounds gets you on the way to being stronger and more resilient. Now, if you choose to take the vaccine or not, you still got to be healthy. And healthy don't mean big. Healthy means strong, with vigor. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your question or comment?
Good afternoon, Representative Stanton.
Hello, Representative Brown.
Colleague Bo Brown.
All right. How you doing, sir?
I just want to commend you for having my friend, Minister Johnson, on tonight. He shared his dilemma with me several days ago, and we're praying for you, JC. We're constantly in prayer, and we just know how this has affected you. And I'm so glad that you are out talking to the media, like you've been on TV, now he's on your show, DeKeither, and he is trying to let folk know that this thing is serious and that we need to make sure we protect it against this virus. And one of the ways right now, of course, is to practice social distancing, mask wearing, as well as, of course, the vaccine. But God bless you, Brother Johnson, and I love you, man, and I appreciate you. And by the way, DeKeither, he's kind of like an in-law family member of mine as well.
Well, he's my cousin too.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
God bless you, Jay. I'm with you. If anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to let me know.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all of the love and concern.
All right.
We got 4 minutes to go, Brother JC. Any parting words you want to tell the folks?
I really want to say that this thing actually is real. It really is. I've heard a lot of stories about propaganda, who initiated it, and all of these kinds of stuff. But let me say something to you. God Memorial, Autumn Woods, and all of these cemeteries and all of these funeral homes are earning a lot of money today off of dying people. You don't want to be in those shoes. You don't want to have to be celebrating someone's life too soon. Get vaccinated. I think it's really, really selfish for people to want to impose. Now check this out. People that don't want to get vaccinated, they want you to respect them.
Turn your radio down, caller. What's your question or comment? Turn your radio down, caller. Hey, turn your radio down. All right, what's your question or comment? But go ahead, JC.
They want to impose upon you to respect their space by not getting vaccinated, but they don't realize the imposition that they have upon people who are vaccinated and the community of those that want to live and those that take this thing seriously. For those that has the potential of becoming ill, which they don't realize that the doctors are overwhelmed, the nurses are overwhelmed, the hospitals are overwhelmed, the communities are overwhelmed, people that are having to take care of their families and loved ones who can't be there. My sister and my nephew and my niece died, and none of us could be there. We couldn't be there to hold their hand. We couldn't be there to tell them that I love you, that we are here for you. The last call that I heard from my sister was a very weak voice talking lady, very raspy voice, wanting to live. Now, because of somebody's selfishness that have been exposed, knowing that they were exposed, stepped into her home, causing her family members to be infected. Now I have 3 dead loved ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know we want to talk about this some more. We got 1 minute left to go on the show. I'm gonna end that right there. We got 3 family members dead because somebody didn't practice appropriate protocol. Practice the appropriate protocol so that we can safeguard ourselves. Handyman tell me I gotta go. So as we say every week, ladies and gentlemen, never let anybody put you in a position where you don't love your own people. Because when you hate your own people, you're part of the very oppression we're trying to lift ourselves out of. I love you, Jackson. I love you, Mississippi. Handyman, get